I got fired from my job after 4 years. I worked in the school for 4 years. 2 years was me learning the job, while the other 2 years was me giving a contract, because I already learned the job, which means I already know what I am doing. All right, so back forward to when I was doing learning the job. It is called stage. So I did stage, okay, like I did for 6 months. They will renew it another 6 months. So I did this for like good 2 years before I was finally given a contract of another 2 years. Okay, another 2 years. They didn't just give it to me straight. Okay, I was given like 1 year. After another 1 year, and school calendar is quite different in the sense that if they give you 1 year, you are going to work from September to June. That is 1 year. Then you're going to go take disoccupato, which means you'll be at home and they'll be paying you. That's what I mean by disoccupato, in case you don't know. Then when the school resume back by September, they will now call you again. So that is how I worked for good 2 years there in the school. Okay, so before the 2 years, I will go back. I love working in school, okay, because I love to work with children. I also worked in Nigeria in nursery schools, okay. I love working with children. I love teaching job anyway, let me put it that way. But primarily or basically, I worked in Nigeria as also in the nursery school. If you are in Nigerian, you understand what I mean, okay. But if you're not in Nigeria, or if you're not a Nigerian and you live in any European country, you will understand. Even in the UK, in America, I've been watching YouTube video and I think it's the same, okay. So the other 2 years, that is how I worked, okay. So the story goes like so. After 2 years, you're supposed to be given a live contract. I have seen a lot of people that did this job. They also come, because I wasn't like fixed in one school. I was going from one school to the other. Maybe let's say today I'll work in this school. um the next day I can go and work in another school. I wasn't even having a fixed post, okay. I don't know really how I'm going to explain this for you guys to really understand. So what happened was that I was going to different schools, and before then, a lot of colleagues of mine that do this same job. Here it is called auxiliaria, okay. In Italy it is called auxiliaria. That is, you work with the teachers taking care of the little children in the nursery school, okay. In case you live in the UK, let me know in the comment section. If you're watching me from UK or you're watching me from America, let me know in the comment section what it is called there, okay. If you're not a teacher but you're working as someone that care for the children, okay, let me put it that way. You care for the children. That was what I was doing. Yeah, you call it auxiliary or it is called bidella. So I love that job a lot because I love kids. I will also insert some pictures of me when I checked and I saw some of my pictures while I was being when it was my birthday and we celebrated. I was given a card. In fact, it brings me back to memories, okay. So as I was saying, I I saw in my own presence a lot of people were giving life contracts, okay. Yeah, so before then I have put my mind that I am going to get that life contract. This story that I'm sharing, I really would have shared it before now, but I didn't have the courage, I didn't have the mind to come here and talk about it because I didn't have the courage. But I now summoned the courage to talk about a lot of experience which I have had in my job because I've worked in various places here in Italy. Okay, so this one, yeah, so as I was saying, it now happened that this school where I was working, we have people they call jolly. Jolly are people that you just be at home. They can call you anytime of the day as long as you have a car. They can call you to go and work in any place, okay? In any school, I mean to say. So there are people that are doing jolly But me, I wasn't doing jolly because I already learned the job through doing stage or tirochino. Okay, because for the other 2 years I told you guys about, I did tirochino, I did stage. If you're watching up to this point and you're not subscribed, it means you're interested in this story. This story is going to bring value, it's going to educate you, it's going to inspire you. So don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up as you keep on watching. So what I was saying was that they will now send you the message or call you on phone that tomorrow, since you're doing jolly, you're going to go to so school. So even those that do jolly, as long as you have a contract, maybe 3 months, after 3 months they will renew it, they'll renew like that until you get to 2 years. As long as it is 2 years, they will just give you your life contract. Here in Italy it is called tempo indeterminato. So what happened back then was that a lot of people like that was doing this jolly which I'm talking about, when they come to that school, I will be the one to even teach them, because the new started, they don't understand, they don't even know what they want to do. And whatever school you go, every school has their own way of doing their own thing. So my own school has its own way of doing its own thing. So if you are a jolly and you come, I'll be the one to like teach you. So that was that. So a lot of people that come back then, I usually teach them what to do, and in my own koro eyes, like so. Hmm. These people will complete 2 years, they will give them life contract. I'll be like, okay, so that give me ginger that as soon as me I complete 2 years, they will give me life contract. So I was, if you are a Nigerian, we have been brought up to have faith. We believe in God, we have faith. So whatever we are doing, we always put it in the hand of God. Believe that with God, that thing we will have it. Okay, so I pray to God. I believe that God is going to make it possible, that if the God in me is going to make it, that job that they're going to give me a life contract. So I've been having that positive. In fact, if you know me, I love to think positive. Okay, so I believe and I was positive that I'm going to have the job, I'm going to have that life contract. Okay, so in my koro eyes, as I was saying, I've seen a lot of them that also come to that school. They will give them life contract. In fact, in fact, I don't know what to say. I felt so somehow. But let me continue with the story. Another thing is that in my Koro eyes, I saw a lot of people that got that life contract. Another thing I want to tell you, if you're all out there watching me, if you are working in any place, be very, very careful with your co-workers. Just know that your co-workers are not your friend, and they will never be your friend. I have a video in the channel which I talked about your co-workers are not your friend. If you've not seen that video, do well to check on it, or I'll leave it in the description box. This thing I want to say, there's this instance, one of the schools I also worked, that one wasn't private, it's the, yeah, they call it Komu school, okay, government school, but I was still doing this bidela. There was this time around that one of my colleague came and she was asking me how much they are paying me. And they will just come, or you think that they like you when they come like this, so to ask you all these questions, how much they were paying me. I didn't want to tell her. So they were just talking. They want me to she want me to she wants me to like tell her. So in my mind, I'm like, what is her problem? Because she was working, me, I was working in Materna and she was working in Nido. Materna is people from 3 years to 5 years, while Nido is from like 4 months, 6 months to 2 years. So you pass from Nido to Materna. So she was like, she was feeling that me, I'm earning more than her. Okay, because she knows that if you are working in Materna, you earn more. But if you're working in Nido, you'll be earning less. Okay, so she was asking that question, that how much they're paying me. I was like, I was feeling skeptical. I was thinking that something is fishing here. Now let me not tell her. But on the long run, she keep talking, and I had to tell her how much I was paid. Okay, so a lot of things happened, that there are some things that I also cannot even share, because some things are better left unsaid. Some things There are some things that should be just private, you know. So as I was saying, she was saying all these things. At the end of the day, I now told her how much I earned, how much they were paying me, and I was working more hours than them in the maternal. I think they were working 5 hours. So I mean, I was working in maternal. I was working 7 hours. They were working 5 hours at Nido. So at the end of the day, before I knew it, after that school term finished, my brothers and sisters, that's why I'm telling you, be careful of anywhere you are working with your colleagues, your co-workers, they are not your friend. So the next season, when school resumed, I saw that I was demoted. I was removed from my maternal to Nido. So she was now in my Nido. No, she was now in the maternal. Me, I now went to Nido. So she was now the one working where I was supposed to be working. Hey, so that is life for you. So you need to be very, very careful with your co-workers. Be careful because they will come with questions just to look for something that you will tell them. They will now use this against you. So I'm telling you from experience, because I know, not that I feel, I know that that lady used that thing against me. So I don't know what she went to tell them. At the end of the day, I saw that she was now the one in the maternal. Me, I was now at Nido. Before I knew it, this story me I am telling you guys, before I knew it, when the school closed and we resumed again, they took me out of the maternal school, okay, and I was now working no longer in the maternal, not even in that government school I was talking about. I now was moved to a private school. The most important thing for me back then was having a job. So yes, since the most important thing was having a job, they move me, they move you, you move. So as they move me, I have to move along with them. So I was now in that private school. So in that private school, they kept on renewing the contract for me, but all of a sudden, the lady that was the president back then now came, and she now said she wants to sell the school. So as she said that she wants to sell the school, me, I was the only one not having a live contract. Okay, all of my co-workers, the teachers, they all had live contract. Okay, if you know what I mean, live contract is tempo indeterminato. So if she sells the school, which means I'll be the only one that will be left behind. Okay, that will be left out. All the rest people, since they have life contract, she's going to look for another school to put them, because the cooperativa, I forgot to say that I was working with cooperativa under government school. Okay, so right now, so now when she when they now move me away from the cooperative from the government school, I now went to uh private school under same cooperative. Okay, so they have other schools that they are the one managing. So if I was to have a life contract, she would have just moved me the way she will move those teachers. She will move me to another school. But as I am telling you guys, my brothers, my sisters, she promised that she's going to, that I should not worry. If you see this woman when she's talking, hey, I believed her. I believed her because she was the president. Okay, I don't know right now. I don't know about the cooperative. I think the cooperative is closed. I think it's no longer existing. Okay, but back then she was the president, so she was like, don't worry, I will retain you. Don't bother. The way I'm going to retain these teachers, the way I'm going to take them. Don't worry because you don't have life contract. The way I'm going to take these teachers to another school, that is how I'm going to take you to another school. Don't worry about anything. Don't think. So me, I used to think when we do meeting with this they have they call it here in Italy sindaco. No, sindacato, not sindaco. Sindaco means government. They call it here sindacato. Okay, those people that fight for workers. Okay, yeah. So we have one that come to the school because the cooperative, I said the cooperative want to sell the school. So most of the teachers, then they have life contract. They were going to this sindacato. So this sindacato always do meeting with us, and when whatever we say, the sindacato will take it and go to the president to go and tell the president of the cooperative. Okay, so at the long run, this sindacato guy was assuring me that don't worry, I have talked to the president, she's going to keep you, blah 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 blah. So inside me I have the mind that they are going to keep me, in the sense that, so I put all my mind with my positive thinking, with my positive vibe, and with my trust and my belief in God, that God is going to help me, that the job will finally be mine and all that. But like as I was saying, this story, because I also believe that since me that year I will be 2 years, I'm going to have my I'm going to be having my life contract, because after 2 years you are supposed to have a life contract, like I told you guys before. Like all other colleagues, even those ones that were doing jolly, after 2 years they gave them life contracts. Even in my career, I saw a lot of them like that. So that was my 2 years. Okay, so come June, if this woman sell the school, come September, which the school is going to start, the new calendar will start, I was supposed to go and have a life contract. If she sell the school, I will not have life contract. You see, because me, I didn't have all those teachers that had, she's going to transfer them to another school. So that was why I was scared. But she assured me that I should not worry, that the life contract, me, that she's going to give me the life contract, that she would take me to another school. Even the syndicato guy that was fighting for us was also saying the same thing. So me, I have on my mind that yes, so my brothers and sisters, to cut the long story short, at the end of the day, this president came, she sold the school. After selling the school, um she sold she sold the school. Then uh at the end of the school time, which was June, the school was sold. And at the end of every school time, I always do disoccupato, which I told you guys, which is you're going to stay at home and government will be paying you because you already work. If you work 1 year, they'll pay you for 6 months. If you work 2 years, they're going to pay you for 1 year. So then I already worked 2 years, okay, for contracts. Like I told you guys the beginning of the story, the other 2 years was without a contract, which I was learning the job. So these 2 years that me I work for contracts, if I do that disoccupato, government is going to pay me for 1 year. So I did the disoccupato, and hoping that they are going to call me back. They didn't call me back when the school resumed. So I was taking my disoccupato money, and yeah, before I know it, lockdown came, and the COVID thing and all that. So God was so kind to me that I was a disoccupato, so which means I was earning money while at home. So I'm supposed to earn for 1 year, since I worked for 2 years. So that was the money that I was using to sustain myself. So when the school resumed, they didn't call me back. I could not. They didn't call me back, so I was just there. None of my coworker called me. If I insert some pictures here, I will insert the one that their faces were backward, so that you guys will know that what I'm saying is true story. I'm telling you true story, okay? No one called me to tell me like, oh Rachel, how are you feeling? Have you seen another job? How are you coping? No one cared. Okay, so I am telling you this story for you to learn. Whatever job you're working, just know there might be some co-workers that might be different, but in my experience at this place of work, they were all nice. We go outing, like we go outing, we go for dinners. If I insert the pictures, I don't know if they watch this video. I don't think they are watching. I don't think they are watching, Joe. I might insert the pictures because they are not watching, okay? All right, I might insert the pictures for you guys to see how true it is. We go for dinners. We, in fact, when we go for dinners like this, I felt that they are my friends, they are my everything, but at the end of the day, when the job ended, no one even called my phone. Up to today, we are still friends in Facebook, but I don't usually post my videos in Facebook, so I don't know if they are watching. But even if they are watching, it's a true story. I will just leave the pictures there for you guys to see, to know that it's a true story that I am telling you, because I want to document my story out there. Once in a while, stories that I can share. Like I said before, some things are better left unsaid. There are some things that I didn't even say in this story, but some things are better left unsaid. This one I'm saying is for you to get inspired, for you to get encouraged. If you're passing through such thing, if you're working anywhere, be very, very careful. Know that your co-workers, they are not your friend. All right. So no one called me because no one cared. All right, everyone cares for his or her own self. So no one cared enough to call me to ask me how I'm coping, have I seen another job and all that. So at the end of the day, I was at home for good 1 year I didn't get a job. I was just feeding um on the money that the government was paying me. Okay, yeah, so it was that bad, but not bad because I was still earning from home. Okay, yeah, so this story I hope inspires someone out there. If you are going through or you're working in any place, just be careful. Just know that your co-workers are not your friend, and if you lose any job, just and you just don't give up in life and don't give up in yourself. Know that you always find another job, because after that job I got another job, which was working in a care home. It was just a 3 months. I've also shared a story about this in my channel. You can check that. Okay, I got that job for 3 months during COVID. Okay, and I worked in that care home for 3 months, but I didn't put my mind in that job. Why? Because I learned my lesson from the school job that I am not going to put my mind, because I don't want to. Because this one I'm telling you guys about is because I'm just saying it is in a story. But in real life, I was sick. I felt sick. I was sick. I cried. I cried. Obi was the one encouraging me. So since then, if I get a job, I really don't put all my mind there, so that if anything happen, because getting a job in Italy is very, very difficult, so that if anything happen, I will not fall sick. All right. So I after that I got the other job, like I told you guys. So if you are going through such situation, I want you to know that you don't need to put all your mind there. Okay, if you put all your mind like that and they don't renew the contract, if you're in a country where getting a job is difficult and the contract is not renewed, you might fall sick. So for you not to fall sick, just don't put your mind there. All right, until you get a live contract. Okay, yeah, so I hope this story inspires you. I hope you learn something from this story, that co-workers are not your friend, and you shouldn't like you can see what happened, that the other one took my job. She took the maternal, while me I went to Nido, because I told her how much I was earning. Okay, so you just have to be very, very careful with your co-workers. Be very, very careful wherever you're working. You can see how they were like, okay, don't worry. You see how they played me. At the end of the day, I didn't get the job, but thank God today I have a job. Okay, so I hope this story inspires you. If you watch up to this point, don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, help me to share. I will see you in my next video. Bye, ciao.